Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. Hope all is well. Basketball NBA season, wow, just very close to starting again. I can't believe it. And I just want to break down some teams here, give you my thoughts, my predictions, my preview for them. And first team I want to kind of talk about here is the Miami Heat. This team with Miami, I think their strength that they have is a number of players that can play at multiple spots on the floor. Richardson, Kelly Olynyk, just to name a few. This the versatility that they have, I think, is key in modern NBA, and it allows the Heat to create and use certain matchups to their advantage. The ability to play guys in multiple positions also deepens the roster and allows Spoelstra more flexibility when it comes to his game plan. When I look at their weakness, in Miami, they don't have, elite talent. Who's the best player? Maybe Dragic. He isn't the best player on a championship caliber team, though. Whiteside, while he could be a dominant at times, doesn't play with enough consistency to be a major factor for me for a playoff team. Richardson and others should continue to improve. While the kind of the return of Waiters should boost the offense. However, it's hard to see Miami kind of improving to a point where they truly challenge the top teams of the Eastern Conference. Miami, as constructed, are they a playoff team? Yes, because the East is so bad, but it's not necessarily a true contender. I think one of the bigger questions here is, how high can, the Heat climb in the East? Outside of the Celtics, the Raptors, 76ers, and the Indiana Pacers, I think the Eastern Conference is an even playing field. No team is truly greater than the other team. Down the stretch, you might see, as many as 8 teams vying, trying to get the last 4 playoff spots. Miami finished last season as the 6th seed, and they, returned most of the same roster. So, are you expecting a similar finish this year? I think one of their best players, the best players on the defensive end there is a look for Hassan Whiteside, right? He's gotten a bad rap, at times, and for good reason. He often seems like he's not focused or disinterested because that, because of that, his play suffers. But when Whiteside is engaged on playing basketball, he's one of the defensive players of the year. Back in 2015, in that second season there with Miami, averaged 11.8 rebounds, 3 blocks per game. Those numbers have dipped in the past 2 seasons, but he still has that ability. And I think the top offensive player, the team, if you're a Heat fan, who you look at is Dragic. I think he's the best offensive option for Miami. 17.3 points per game, 45% from the field, 37% from 3. His scoring and assist numbers did dip from the previous season. He is, however, still the number 1 option on offense. So, the clutch player there that you got, James Johnson. Maybe Dwayne Wade, but in the last 5 minutes of the 4th quarter or overtime, across 23 games last season, Johnson took 47 shots in the clutch and excelled in that moment for the most part. Sported 53.2% field goal percentage in the clutch. hitting 25 out of those 47 shots. Impressive, guys. If you're a Heat fan, you wonder, could the Heat make some noise, which for Dwayne Wade here might be his final go around. Hope all is well. Look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.